Country are seeing a drop in attendance because many kids are not logging into their virtual classrooms. In Prince George's County, despite enrollment being down over 4,000 students, over 3,000 students are being classified as what's called whereabouts unknown after missing at least 10 days unexcused. So as schools begin to reopen, what needs to be done to get our students back in the classroom? Joining me now to discuss is education expert Dr. Karen Aronian. Dr. Aronian, thank you so much for joining me this morning.
Nice to see you, Jeanette.
So we just read those numbers there, which are pretty startling, but just to give us better perspective here, how serious of a problem is this? Have we seen anything like this in recent history?
Well, at this point, what we're looking at is something we've never seen before, because according to Bellwether Education Partners, we are down 3 million in enrollment for our most marginalized communities. So we're looking at the at-risk in African American, Latino, and our Native Americans making up 50% of this population that are not logging in for school or going in person. And in Florida, we are looking at 100,000 off of their regular enrollment. And in Michigan, we're seeing a 53,000 drop. And according to the superintendent there, this has to do with children not enrolling in kindergarten, more that are opting and uptick in homeschooling, and 13,000 there that, again, are missing.
Yeah, and you mentioned it there. Some, it's because their families are opting to go to other alternatives, but there are some other troubling reasons that are not that. Can you get into that?
Yes, they've moved nationally and internationally, our students. So many of them at this point are relied on in their own homes for caregiving and actually running the home while their parents work. And they've had to go out into the workforce, many of our students. There's been a lack of logging in and signing up for the application for free admission application into college for financial aid. And we've also seen that these families, of course, are struggling for basic needs. So it's housing, it's, food on the table, it's money. And so these are trumping everything else. Yeah. And we've got a digital divide that has not disappeared. We're looking at 12 million that are still not getting their broadcasting or their remote education, and they are not with devices or broadband. So as you can see, there's a lack of connectivity for these kids right now, and they are just not coming into our schools or even logging into distance learn.
Now, we know that schools are doing what they can, right, to get back in touch with these students, track them down, find out what's going on, but that's much easier said than done.
Absolutely. And the schools that took charge in the beginning and really reached out with their community to find these students, they needed to start back then to reclaim kids. And right now you have principals and superintendents who are doing their best. In Texas, you have Operation Comeback, where they're literally going door to door and emailing and have volunteers who are sending out postcards. In Arizona, we have in Phoenix, 30,000 students are being called daily, again, to bring them back in. And in Florida, they've been able to mobilize the community using police and their housing authority and also all their community services, social workers, to get these kids back in. But I'll tell you, what's alarming is that so many of these students, they don't have information for. Yeah. So basic email, telephone, addresses. So they've actually been asking other students, do you have contact information for your friends to bring them back in?
Yeah, and hopefully the friend is able to get a hold of the student. I know some people might look at this and think, this is happening over there, or I'm not a parent, I'm not a teacher. But there are ripple effects to families and the larger community, even the country. What are those wider effects that we can see happening?
Yes, Jeanette. Right now, without these most vulnerable populations getting an education, they are going to lose out on their career aspirations. They are not going to be a part of the American workforce that we so desperately need right now. And of course, going forward, this will transmit to our global competitiveness. So it is so vital that we do everything we can to lasso these kids back into school.
Dr. Aronian, with my last 30 seconds here, I know with this pandemic, there are so many things that we're realizing we should have addressed a long time ago, right? This being one of those. How do we ensure community members and the country that this doesn't happen again? Losing touch with students, this digital divide. How do we fix this for the future?
Certainly, we're waiting right now, maybe tomorrow, for this money to come back into our communities, through the federal government stimulus. And of course, now more than ever, let's reboot digital divide. Let's get that 12 million children attached into our, digital network of education, because what we're seeing is our English language learners, the children who are far remote in where they live, and of course the monetary need to have devices and to have broadband is so key. And of course, if we could stream education 24/7 through our public broadcasting system, most everyone has a television. And so that would be vital going forward. Why not have 24/7 curriculum delivered that's centralized and on target for every grade?
Yeah, it shouldn't be a luxury. It should really be a basic necessity that everyone should have access to. Dr. Karen Aronian, thank you so much for the insight this morning. We certainly appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right, Steve, I'll send it over to you.
All right, thank you very much. Yesterday on Good Day, we